How you doing, fam bam? This is Chris Mizo here with another video about Corsair's RGB light strips. Another addition, exciting addition to add to a PC, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. It's just as exciting when you get that new GPU or processor. Well, almost that exciting, but it definitely does bring more personality to your PC. I can't wait to share with you guys what's in this very box. I'm going to show you exactly how to install this. Make sure you check the timestamps down below. If you want to get straight to the point, I can understand that because you probably have this already. You probably know what's inside of it, and you can just go down to the timestamp to see exactly how you can install these RGB strips. I did install some Corsair ML 120mm fans. They're inside the PC with the lighting node, and I'm just going to use the light strips to hook up to that very lighting node. Of course, I will explain pretty thoroughly on exactly how you can hook up your lighting node, and it's really not all too difficult, especially after I explain it, and hopefully I explain it with plenty of ease. Man, it's a lot of words to say. With Corsair RGB light strips, they are pretty compatible with most motherboards. Just make sure you check out yours, and they're the most RGB friendly out there, in my opinion. Well, I think everybody can agree to that. Also, you want to make sure your PC is very clean before you decide to install these light strips in there, because otherwise this will not stick to dust. I'm assuming this probably has 3M tape on the back side of these light strips, and if they do not like dust at all. So make sure you clean out your PC before you do install them. And if you don't know how to clean out your PC for that, or you want to just completely do a nice clean out for your PC, make sure you check out the card right above my head. If you find this kind of content very useful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to join the big wonderful fan base where we love to talk about PC and tech stuff, make sure you go down and hit that subscribe button for more. Without further ado, let's see exactly what is inside of Corsair's RGB light strips. So we're going to open it up right here. It looks like it's sealed right in the bottom. Has a little sticker right here to take out. We'll put that. I'll pull it straight from the bottom. Also, I got to say, if you don't have your IP address hidden, that's something that everybody should do. Something I usually recommend is ExpressVPN. It's one of the fastest VPNs out there. And I do have an exclusive offer for everybody to check out down in my description box down below. And ExpressVPN is the way to go if you're looking for some privacy on the internet. Because the last thing you want to do is have someone hacking your PC. So we take out this box right here. And as you can see, it has this Corsair pamphlet right there, and it has that lighting node probe right there. So we're going to open that up. Now this is for the SATA power, and this is the actual lighting node. It's pretty self-explanatory. All you have to do is hook up your SATA power to your power supply. Usually your power supply will usually come with some SATA ports. Make sure you hook up to the spare, and that will power up your Lighting Node Pro. Here are the actual lighting strips themselves. You can see they have these connectors at the end here, and it's pretty self-explanatory. More than likely they just connect within each other, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. As predicted, they got the 3M tape in the back of it, just as I thought. And on the other end, they got the male connectors. So you got the female connectors here, male connectors, and the male connectors on the other end. Kind of give you an idea of exactly what to look for when you are installing it. Of course, you got the warranty guide. And more connections on this end here. This connector right here will be the connection that will recognize your Corsair Lighting Pro. This will be your connection to hook up to your Lighting Node Pro. You also have these extenders right here, just in case if your wiring is not long enough. But that's practically everything inside of it. So let's go install these Corsair RGB light strips. So we got our PC here and it is all disconnected. Make sure you disconnect all the wirings and also have a grounding strap, especially if you're in a dry area. If you don't mind holding the chassis while you work on your PC, you can do that as well, especially if you're working on something like carpet. Now this PC has been cleaned out very well and it is ready for RGB lighting install. So first thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna open up this case right here. What I would recommend is get your RGB strips out. And the nice thing is they seem to actually be magnetic. The actual adhesive part for these magnetic strips, you don't have to. They're actually magnetic. So if you have a metal case, or if you have a metal case, it will just stick just like this. Just make sure your PC is nice and clean before you continue. Otherwise, you'll have some problems, especially if you do want to use the adhesive. So you just want to set up your RGB light strips the way you want to. So just plan it out before you actually commit to doing it. Of course, you got these extenders here if you need them. If you feel like your cables are not long enough. Of course, you got to undo this side of the case right here. And as you can see, I have the original lighting node Pro that I have installed USB, and it will plug in via USB onto the motherboard. That's simple, and Corsair will recognize it. This will go into the USB to the lighting node Pro to the USB header on your motherboard. This will actually go into your lighting strips, and then finally you have the back piece, which is actually hooked up to what my power supply already right here for power. That's all you really need to hook it up. All you need is this one right here. You'll plug it in directly to your lighting node right there to number 2, and that's all you'll need. This is exactly what you need it right here. And now I'm just gonna fish it under my power supply cables. Now all you need is your male end here. Now it's nice and tucked away and you don't even see it. Now be careful. I noticed like the solder actually was coming out, so be really careful about these. They're really seems to be really easy to pull out. So you turn on your PC and you're like, what's going on? Why ain't my LED strips working? It's because you have to go to your Lighting Node Pro in order to activate it. That's right, you have to activate them. The way you do it is you have to go under Lighting Setup under the side column. When you click Lighting Setup, depending on where you have your LED strips installed, I have them set up on Lighting Channel 2. So I would go to RGB LED strip and make sure you don't select any other, otherwise it will not work properly. Make sure you select the number of LED strips that you have used. As you saw, I have installed 4. So I will select 4 and I will show you exactly how you can control it. You have to go to Lighting Channel 2 and you can control each individual LED strip of your choosing the way you would like to. You can select the color, as I did with rain, and it will give you that exact effect how you would want it. And now you can see it looks like it's raining right in my PC. It has that beautiful LED glow in it. Now next I'm going to try out my color shift because I kind of want to do a tropical look on my PC. So I'll kind of give it that sunset look where it has like that pinkish, and orangish reddish vibe. I always like that kind of look. Make sure you stay tuned to finally see the finished product and how beautiful your PC can look.